Campfire lighting. Would you go here? My friends would flip the boat over and drown all of us. Obsessing over these sofas. Imagine losing the remote in that green one. This waterhole in Portugal looks like a portal to another dimension. In very rare circumstances, it's possible to see a full 360-degree rainbow from an airplane. Target locked. Firing lesbian ray. My uncle's house is insane. The serenity and quiet here is unreal. The location versus the shot. I can't believe she had the courage to stand outside the plane to take that picture. An abandoned fishing village in China, reclaimed by the nature. I think I just grabbed a picture of the stairway to heaven. An aerial view of Manhattan. They should put more buildings and towers in the green part. Is this too much to ask for? That's all nice until like 7:30 o'clock. Imagine taking a nap on this bed. I'd forget where I was and roll out of bed into the ocean. Was peeling this hard-boiled egg, and the shell came off in the kind of road we need more of. Imagine being 14 lanes over from your exit. This is satisfying to me. They're free. Yeah, but at what cost? 16 cents. Pro tip. If you take the ice tray out of your freezer, you have unlimited ice. Floating see-through dome lets fish look at the outside world. Gaze into the fish orb and let inhabitants judge you. Town's designed to look like a drought-burdened desert. That is stealthy as hell. Imagine looking down on that from an airplane. You would never know there was a city down there. It's like Ark Raiders. The longest ever Viking longship was unearthed by accident during renovations of a Danish longship museum. I can't stop watching this artwork. I thought it was a bubble wrap sheet over an artwork. Once in a lifetime shot. Milky Way lightning and storm in one shot. The only thing keeping me sane is knowing that there's an animal called sea squirt, and they look like cute blobs that are surprised. The sky was so pretty tonight. The door is real, the rest is graffiti, taken with my iPhone. Wow, that's insane. Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Fluffy pancake burgers. Why do they look like teeth you see in dentists? After a year and 3 months, I am now saying goodbye to my Vaseline. First time I've actually seen someone finish their Vaseline before losing it. I honestly need this kind of study cube. I would still find a way to get distracted. That's claustrophobic as hell. Imagine waking up in this apartment with a beautiful view like this. I want this, but I only want to pay $500 a month for it. Time-lapse photo of hundreds of sunsets. This may be the best photo in existence. Same road, 4 seasons. Now, what is your favorite season? Mine is winter. I love winter. Be right back. Going outside to wistfully observe the reflections of the shop lights in the wet streets. This is what I'm talking about. Sky whale, sky whale, sky whale. No, look at the position of the tail fins. They're perpendicular rather than parallel to the ground. That's a sky shark. Dinner is served. Drop your phone in that drink and it's going to charge to 256%. The Makocha Abyss is a sinkhole in the Moravian karst cave system of the Czech Republic. POV. You're going for a walk in the suburbs at night. Super awesome opal cubes. I want to put these in my mouth really bad, but I know they're rocks, so I'm getting annoyed. Latest project. What do you guys think? I think you need a wife. I think this person's trying to be your wife. Mermaid. Okay, that's terrifying and cool. Well, I love this interpretation of mermaids. Not human-sized, but the size of, like, blue whales. The morning dew perfectly captured my dog's erratic freedom run. Look at him go. A Tibetan monk blesses the deer that gathered around him, and someone snaps a picture. Upon viewing the picture, they noticed a rainbow had appeared. Pretty sure this is the happiest picture I've seen in a long time. Magic is real. The guy at Walmart looked at me like I was weird for taking a picture of my paint before he could mix it. I thought it was awesome. POV. The unemployed friend at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. The clam before the storm. What an aesthetically pleasing meme. I think this is it, my aesthetic. The sea, a beautiful sky, and a pun. I want to own a fairy-themed bakery with a library and sell little treats like these. This Brazilian jungle house is a dream to live in. Until the mosquitoes show up. A Korean news program actually filming on the top of the building instead of using a green screen. Look what they took from us. They tried to make it look all chick and stuff. Like, girl, it's McDonald's, shut up. Western flows. Bro looks like he's about to drive into a Looney Tunes cartoon. Glacier Rivers, Alaska. A cup of this water at 3 a.m. would go crazy. Oh, those bacteria. Egypt looks incredible. The part of Egypt they don't show you. I usually take pictures of the ocean. Wait, I'm sorry. These are not photos, but drawings? Pig Mountain in Algeria. Looks Looks more like a hedgehog to me. Victorian houses in the winter. Years of graffiti pile up. I found them, the frosted mega wheats. This horse getting a haircut is the most satisfying thing I've seen in a while. Normal people have no idea how beautiful the darkness is. Elephant Rock, Iceland. This is an old god sleeping. Jupiter's moon, Io. Why do they get a nice moon and we don't? Sand covered in the desert in Saudi Arabia. The forbidden tiramisu. Thinking about this library in the south of France. France has some of the best architecture, I swear. Always on my mind. I hate to break it to you, but this isn't a real place, just some digital art, where I mentally want to be. Mumbai installs first traffic signal with LEDs on traffic pole. I need these in my city ASAP. Ice cream is better than frozen yogurt. You can't convince me otherwise. Bro, as if the bag would ever be that full. Imagine being here with your other half. Imagine being here by yourself. New York Street in winter. NYC, don't be looking like this in the winter. Trust me. The city of Barcelona from the sky. Bloody hell. Look how satisfying February 2021 is. Frozen houses after an Arctic freeze in Lake Erie. 1,500 drones illuminate the night sky of Shenzhen. Me, anytime I see a pretty sunset. Ah yes, my favorite genre of sculptures. Hey, do you know what would be completely messed up to see in the woods at night? Sunset in Australia. I would simply cry if I witnessed this. Cat lover builds a special hollowed out enclosure in fish tank so that his cat can have a closer view. Roller coaster restaurant in Germany where food is served on roller coasters. Kevin Lenigan, Stairway Glass Palace and Crystal Stairway. This garden in Canada is absolutely mind-blowing. Snorkeling with sea turtles is definitely on my bucket list. The moment lightning hit a tree in Moorfield, Hardy County, West Virginia. Perfectly timed photo. I put a marble on my phone's flashlight. I think I created a mini universe. That is too much power for one human being. Scientists discover 113 million year old dinosaur tracks after drought in Texas completely dries up local river. I'll never get over the disappointment I felt when I found out the Eurotunnel was this and not this. If you've ever wondered what exactly cats do with their paws and limbs when they go loaf, and here we see the silicone that was originally in the breast of an idiot. And here we see a judgmental idiot that doesn't know the difference between an implant and a jellyfish. I thought it was a contact lens for anime people. This is the beautiful and colorful Pebble Shore Lake in Glacier National Park, Montana. The lights in my room reflected from my window and looked amazing in the sky. I prefer the mystic clouds of nostalgia to the real thing, to be honest. What a shot taken from Melbourne, Australia. Does thou wish to be dunked upon, sire? Art in Island is an interactive art gallery in the Philippines that allows guests to be part of the optical illusions. Croissant dragons. Thread painting, such a cool medium. I high-key wish that real sunsets looked like this. Watching the rain roll in. Well, the first one is the tip of a hypodermic needle. The second one is a viper's fang. The third one is a spider's fang. And the fourth one is the stinger of a scorpion. Watching acrylic pouring art is so satisfying. National Geographic Picture of the Year. Black images of shadows of zebras. Zoom in and you will see zebras. Santorini. If only I wasn't brokerini. I never knew I needed to see hot water being poured onto M&Ms until now. Perhaps these cakes featuring animals with even smaller cakes will bring you joy. I need this. This is the kind of thing I have in mind when I say I want something to drink. It's drizzling and I had to close my skylight, but look how pretty. Skylights have a vibe that nobody talks about. Bro gave me a side quest. I'd love to be here right now. Imagine living in your house with a view like this. Can you spot the animal hiding in this picture? I'm convinced there is no animal in this picture. Let me see. Can I spot the animal? No, I cannot. This library at Yale is basically the dream. Fun fact about this library. If a fire starts in the library, all the oxygen leaves the building, killing all who are inside in order to protect the rare books. My camera could never. I would be left with a white dot. Fascinating oil paintings by Philip Barlow. For everyone who asks what it's like when I don't have my contacts in or glasses on. I only wear glasses because my eyes get strained. I don't really get blurry vision. I've never had blurry vision before. Nothing's more satisfying than the barber using this to remove with talc powder. These are the places I always see in my dreams. I made this squashed Squidward rug. Squished what? Yes. No matter how old I get, stationery will always make me excited. Pink mushrooms have my whole heart. If this room has an air conditioner, I would never leave this bed. I don't want a career. I want to be a sleepy lamb carried around by donkeys. Hobbit Village, New Zealand. How am I doing? Tree growing around power lines. I present to you an underwater river. River underwater. We live in a magical place. I don't always throw shade, but when I do, it's obvious. details in anime. The detail in anime is just getting better and better, I swear. A sea of 4.5 million baby blue eye flowers in Japan's Hitachi Seaside Park. I want to visit here so badly. The setup versus the shot. The fact this hotel doesn't exist hurts my feelings so bad. This rainbow swamp phenomenon. The rainbow sheens are the result of natural oils released by decaying vegetation. Leaves. That is too adorable to eat. The Dior store at Tokyo is gorgeous. The Holland Sea of flowers in full bloom. Over 30 million tulips. Is there any worse art than I'm afraid of and unfamiliar with the latest technology art? The only thing that makes me happy is looking at this house. Currently listed at $650,000. You sure this house is not filled with water? Medusa in her throne. Unpopular opinion. Greek mythology needs more live action movies. I'm tired of rewatching Percy Jackson. I like to take pictures of sunsets through binoculars because it makes them look like planets. Aspiratus clouds are so rare that they were only classified in 2009. We know little about them other than the fact that they look completely mesmerizing. Nuova chairs. If I sit down, I ain't ever standing up. My hands and feet all the time. Herders spray reflective paint on their reindeer's antlers to avoid road accidents. Leads to absolute surreal and scary pictures. Not that scary. I think this is kinda cute. I see nothing scary about this majestic and delightful rave reindeer. Welcome to the inconvenience store. We have thick fork, engagement mugs, the uncomfortable mug, the uncomfortable champagne glasses. Currently crying because I literally grew the most beautiful peppers ever. There's an enchanting hidden cave with sapphire water in Arizona. This forgotten castle, Chateau Le Mauvais Chandonneurs, was abandoned after a fire in 1932. This tunnel was shaped over many years, as trains traveled the line 3 times a day, molding the surrounding trees. Now abandoned, the track is a romantic spot for an afternoon stroll. Symbolic blessing. The land will soon awaken from its slumber. The popular Mean Girls walking through the school halls in teen movies. The prophecy has been fulfilled. I think we need to go back to flip phones so I can properly hang up on someone. I need the satisfaction of the slam. This faucet's water is running through the drain without touching it. I bought a house and renovated the entire place during 3 lockdowns. It's the lux for me. You can't sink in the water in Siwa Oasis, Egypt, because of the intense salt concentration. I just know the salt would stop concentrating when it's on me. The night before a day off is more satisfying than the actual day off. Yup, I agree. It's 6 in the morning and they expect me to walk through this and not come out of the other side mentally sound. Oh, this looks amazing. I'd love to walk through this. I have no desire to eat Tide Pods, but I do want to drink the forbidden nectar. You just found a magical little meow meow in the sky. Like the video where you have turned. Nah, I'm kidding. You guys have good luck, don't worry. Everyone has good luck watching this video. Langkawi Sky Bridge, and it's in Malaysia. A fire rainbow is a rare phenomenon that only occurs when the sun is higher than 58 degrees Fahrenheit above the horizon, and its light passes through cirrus clouds made of ice crystals. Amateur photographer Stuart Murray captures extremely wet angel with wings. You gotta call him amateur, call him professional. It should be now. Fairy Pools, Isle of Skye, Western Scotland. Stop asking me, what are you doing? I'm literally thinking about these wedding venues. Pat shell gently and receive slime. 11 out of 10 product design. I can't help but imagine a life like this. Anyways, do you guys want to see my cool rocks? This is my grandfather's rock. It's probably a garnet, which he mined out himself when he was in college studying to be a geologist. Imagine a guest at your wedding posting your wedding food on Twitter to spark discussion. That looks so good though. Oh hey MTV, welcome to my crib. With no tourists around, Australian scuba tour operators have planted more than 1,000 pieces of coral at the Great Barrier Reef to help restore the marine ecosystem. These are the lakes of Mount Kilaimutu. The lake changes color from blue to green to black, or red unpredictably. Red, green, black. You sure they're not like killing someone and it's blood? Puts this in your pocket. My newest piece I painted today during a 5-hour session, Tones of the Ocean. Damn, is that a shark on the image of the right? I kind of see a shark. Eerie driftwood figures roaming the forest by Japanese artist Nagato Iwasaki. Autumn in Britain. Yeah, only some places in the UK, but it can look like this here. You okay? You've barely touched your croissant. No internet, no electronics/electricity. You've only got food and bay. Can you stay here for a year? But what do I get? I wouldn't want to do that if I don't get anything out of it. Hell nah. Monet's Pond, Japan. Almost died making this happen, but here's my balcony, before and after. Salvador Dali, in collaboration collaboration with Walt Disney. This is hauntingly pretty. I'd be like, I know a place, then I'll take you here. Love to sleep there. Amazing white northern lights. A scene from Finland. Algarve Caves, Portugal. I've been to Algarve. It's very the weather's always very nice there. Obsessed with the sea-weathered saint on the church near Hartpool Headland. There's something fantastically wild and eldritch about her. I had a Bob Ross painting party for my birthday. I love my friends. Best day ever. The scariest bridge in Maine is impossible to avoid. I'd want to drive off that. What is this aesthetic called? People calling this apocalypse core and all sorts of stuff. It's just England. Some parts. This high-quality stainless steel skull spoon is sure to impress your guests. Create an amazing illusion whenever scooping sugar. Never realized how gross and sad Mount Rushmore looks when you can actually see the whole mountain. There's something in the forest that's making these flowers bloom. So I've been offering some sweets and shiny things, and now I can hear whispered thank yous. NASA trying to eat the moon. Waka 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 waka. The funniest thing I've seen in a long time. My view from work. Do you want to hang out with me here later today? I'd like to, but as long as I don't get ill or bitten. Unedited panorama from my roof. What planet are you from? I've just been made aware of a painter, Alex Scheffer, who paints banks on fire, and I feel so calm. My mum knew I was sad, so she went out, and when she came back inside, she called me up to her room and showed me this. Who wants to go to the aquarium with me? I want to stand in cold rooms for 2 hours straight and look at jellyfish and maybe pet a small stingray. A picture of every extraterrestrial body that robots from mankind have landed on. This 14th century Archangel Gabriel in the VA Museum has 2 scars where their wings used to be. That kind of makes me feel some way. In London, there is a rain room. A room in which rain falls everywhere except at the place where the person is located. A library built in Minecraft. Burn it. I was in marketing for 40 years and thought the perfect packaging didn't exist. Yeah, I'd buy that purely for the cute factor. Our village Christmas lights are designed by the local primary kids, and they are the single best thing about the festive season. Sage green is so pretty. When I say my favorite color is green, this is what I mean. This is what an igloo looks like when you build a fire inside. The fire inside melts the inner layer of ice, and the cold outside refreezes it, adding a layer of insulation that can keep the igloo at 60 degrees inside, while it's minus 50 outside. Ulm, a city in Germany, has sleeping pods located in and around the city for homeless people. When one is activated, a social worker visits them in the morning to make sure they're okay.